everybody. This is one acrylic demo. It's really raining here in Atlanta. Sort of a very subdued day. So I figured out I will just do a very simple subject, a daisy in a perfume bottle that I found on my property, thrown away. Picked up, it's just perfect for one flower. I picked up this daisy from my garden, and just something very simple. I wanted to put it on a dark background so it can stand out. Really nice contrast with the white of the flower. I'm trying to set it up in the same position that you see there, so you can sort of see the same angle that I'm gonna paint, and just have fun, like just enjoy this painting process. Nothing more than that. Just truly enjoy painting. Hi, Elizabeth. I just read your message. From time to time, I'm just looking over the phone that I'm filming this with. I can see your messages. So I want to put as much color as I can, even if it's black and white, sort of a still nature. I don't want to use any black to paint that. Got some white in there. And then something darker value too. I don't know, probably this is more like a mid tone. It's not that dark, but I love how that mixes with this. They make some really cool purples together. These two. And then some darker value too. Just scouting through my paint box here. See what I got. Maybe I can find them. 2 color temperatures would be good. Something warmer, something cooler in temperature. I feel like my mood is exactly like the weather right now. I feel like I'm so slow and sort of moody. So let's see if I find the dark brown somewhere. Found one. I'm using a combo between that's not dark enough, but that's what I had handy. So Liquitex Heavy Body. This is really good paint. Art is great. And then the others are more like student grade. Flow. I see they're way more, have a lot of weird binding agent in it. Just make it flow. Like has more water in it. And then I got this big messy brush. Yeah, say it, girl. Look at this. I got my coffee right here. Isn't this cup beautiful? This is made by one of my artist friends. It's just gorgeous. I just love it. I love to drink coffee from handmade items like that. I got it's not in your view, but I got some clean water in a cup here. It was kind of hard to set up everything in view. And then some paper towel to just sort of control the amount of paint I have on my brush. I always keep one in my left hand like that. So it's acrylic, will dry fast, but I want to show you something that I discovered, that if you work fast enough, you can do a sort of a subtractive method that mostly works best with oils. But if you work fast enough, I think can be done with acrylics too. And I'm using this canvas paper today. They come in pads like this. You can paint both acrylic or oils on it. It says for use with oil and acrylic paint. These are like if you paint a lot, and like I do, and then you start having a problem with storing all your canvases, this is a really great way to paint, have fun, and not have on storage issues afterwards because it's so thin. And you can still frame it if you want, just like you frame a regular piece. You just need to put some hard backing, and that's what I do. I save this hard backing that the pad comes with. I always save these, and I can use it for the back of this canvas when I want to frame it. If it turns out really good, I may want to frame it, put it in a show, or sell it or whatnot. This is sort of moving on and see if I can find a heavy object to hold it from going to quick. Alright, I'm ready to paint. So I'm taking my cheap giant messy brush. See how the ends are not equal? Oh, I just love that a lot. My mouth is watering because I love that. It's such a weird body reaction. When I love things, my mouth starts watering. I'm just gonna go create some dark value, mixing a bunch of colors. And I'm just using water as my medium, no other mediums. So it's here on my brush. It has a variety of colors. They're not all too mixed up, but I'm just gonna go with it. This is purely for enjoyment. I just want to have fun right now, nothing else. It may not turn out at all. That's a possibility, and that's okay. I have to really surrender to that idea that it may not turn out, because my goal right now is to just really enjoy this process, nothing else. So if I enjoy myself, even if it doesn't turn out, I will accomplish my goal. That's sort of for the mindset that I come to this. So the whole thing is to keep it wet enough so I can remove some paint. I love this richness right now with all this variety of colors in there. And maybe that's enough. And then I'm gonna come with my paper towel, put it a little bit in water just to have it slightly wet, and then start placing my flower here. Just really lifting. It still lifts while if it's still wet. So your paint cannot be too dry when you do this. Otherwise you won't really lift properly. Look how interesting it lifts with a bunch of colors from popping out from underneath. And I'm sort of moving this spot to a cleaner one, or at least that's what I should do. This is so quick and so, I think, impactful. You can get really cool things pretty fast. I'm looking to have it as close to my model there as I could get it. What I don't like here is that I left those going really skinny. They're not really skinny towards the end. It's almost I have to go the other way from end to in. Otherwise they end up like a different type of flower. See, they're sort of rounded at the end. And then, let's see. sort of, I'm putting my nail through it too, to get a nice clean edge to it. And these are this spot is the brightest there. Let's see if I can get that. And then some petals kind of turn here. Each, they're not all perfectly spaced, so I want to make sure to illustrate that. And maybe some now at this phase I can start putting in my bottle too a little bit. Just sort of squinting and looking where are the lighter parts, and so shape and where my lights are. I'm looking at the overall shape. The bottom is very light there. Reflects all this cool right there. That spot. See if I can get it that shape. I mean, you don't have much control with this paper towel, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see if I can get it as close as, and I'm squinting because if I look with the open wide eye, I see too many things. I don't need to see those many things. It gets confusing. So sort of simplifying by squinting. Maybe some really delicate reflection here. Now having longer nails really helps. I don't. So kind of reflection on the top part of that little bottle. It's so interesting that when I look through the camera, I actually see more simplified reflections. Alright, so now that I got to this phase, I can come and correct if I went too far there a little bit. The shape of this, sort of round it there. Something like that. See what I can do now before it dries. I can still drag a little bit of this wet acrylic. Create my shape there. And I think I got the stem in the wrong place, so I'm gonna see if I can correct that a little bit. Good. All right. Now I can start. This basically not white, no white paint there. I just removed some of the paint. So I love those tiny little yellow spots coming from underneath. I almost feel like I should have put more of the browns in it to get that sort of effect. So now I can bring this discovery to my next painting. That's why I'm saying, like, every painting that you do, it's not wasted. Just pay attention, even if it didn't turn out the way you wanted. Now you know that. I wish I would have had more of the warmer tones in there. I can bring that to the next painting. To me, this is a success. Because I discover something that I can now apply to some future work. Let's see if I can do some of this. Almost has a little bit of a greenish quality to it. I'm not sure if the camera catches on that but it has sort of a yellow greenish center to that daisy. Maybe that's too much orange, but no, I have something down there that I can now squish around. And this is almost like painting acrylics in a in a oil manner. A lot of people seeing I like to use acrylics for the really large pieces because it won't take so long to dry. It's really messy to work gigantic pieces, you know, like 6 by 6 feet. For example, one of my pieces, it's very messy to work that in oils. It takes forever to dry. So I like to work oil for my smaller pieces and then acrylic for my bigger ones. But I use the acrylic in sort of oil manner. And, you know, people don't even know it's acrylic. It looks just like an oil painting. I get this question all the time. Like, is that oil, you know? There's no difference, really. It's just one is, acrylics came a long way these days. They last just as long as oils do. I guess people like the tradition of oils, whatever masters painted in it, and you know, acrylic has a little bad reputation for no reason, really. It's like if you like to be up with the times. It's a fantastic medium to explore with, for sure. Let's see if I get that center there to look as close as possible. And now I want to have some sort of a color in these white petals. I don't like it to be completely white. It's just so unattractive to see pure white straight from your palette. Just the moment I see a painting like that, I just immediately don't like it. It's just sort of that white, that pure white sucks up all the energy from the colors around it. It doesn't look interesting. It doesn't vibrate. It doesn't leave. I want to see if I can make a bit of difference of colors of this spot that is lighter and the other ones. And I have not decided what color should I put in that white yet. I'm keep playing with different. Maybe one will appeal to me more than another. Kind of sort of like these blues. I just love that if you look close by, there's a variety of colors in that white. That to me is something very appealing to look at. Change color a little bit where it's darker. A couple of places here catch some light. There's something very simple. It doesn't really take a lot of time to do something like this. I mean, I'm sure you can find like 10 minutes in your day. Sometimes we think we need like a lot of time for painting, but we really don't. You can just play for 15 minutes and those paintings might be fresher and more interesting than paintings we labor on for months. I want it to be really spontaneous and unpretentious, just delicate sensitivity expressed on canvas. Observation, of something that appealed to me. Just a testimony of how I look at things. Very unpretentious, I wish that darker dot here in the middle would be more to a side. Let's see if I can do it. Sometimes you want to correct things and you make it worse. Let's see if I can get a little bit of that green to go in the bottle too, just like an indication of some of that stem in there. Unfortunately, I lost the leaf, but the leaves are so cool. Maybe I'll imagine one's coming out of here. Just for an extra reason to paint something. And you want it to stay, you won't. So Murphy's laws. That's so narrow, it's not really a vase, it's more like a perfume bottle. Just maybe pretend there's a leaf there, just looking at the character of it a little bit. That's it. That's all I needed, a little bit of something. I see some weirdly brownish reflections in there. It's kind of interesting, so maybe I'll touch here and there. Maybe I can make this uber dark. Sometimes the table catches up some reflections from the bottle. But seriously, that's it. That's my little play today. I'm sure it can work more or do something different, but I want it to be a simple play. Simple, unpretentious play. Picked up some of that white by accident. Maybe some crisper in between petals here. Couple of spots that are darker there. Man, this is it, I think. What do you think? Maybe this will inspire you and pick up the brush and do something very simple today. Your coffee cup, anything. And let this be a spontaneous little sketch. Variety of colors in there. So this is it. Time to go take a nap. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy painting. See you around on Facebook. Bye bye, everybody.